What's poppin', my J dolls? And I'm back with another video. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and ring that bell. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, okay? So don't play with us because we never been one of them. Alright, so if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, y'all. It's free 99 and it helps us out. If you still don't subscribe, suck a motherfucker. I'm just kidding, y'all. If y'all still don't subscribe, y'all some haters, okay? And taking it with your mama, because your mama really raised a clown. And I'm not a part of no circus, okay? So get the... I'm just kidding. Anyways, y'all, so today actually I'm doing a story time. So today I'm doing a story time about what really happened in London. And for dramatic purposes only, because y'all literally be on my ass. Like, people be on my ass, like, that watch my story times, because y'all have to understand, like, the title is gonna be dramatic. It's probably gonna be like how I almost got in a fight with my ex-boyfriend's friend, something like that, or my man's friend, or something like that. Okay, y'all? So it is gonna be dramatic, because I really hate when y'all be sitting here watching my story times and be like, oh, you so extra, you doing this, da da da. Like, for the people that are actually in the story times, like they were there and they experienced it, okay? This is for dramatic purposes only, y'all, okay? I got into an argument. I didn't get into a fist fight. Alright, so let's get into it, okay? So first of all, y'all, this is very recent. I did ask this person that... I asked my boo if it was okay for me to do this story time, okay, y'all? And the only reason I asked him, I usually don't ask people, is because it was very recent and it has something to do with his friend. So that's why I'm doing it. And I'm not including no names, so it shouldn't be a problem. So, y'all, as y'all can see, I went to Switzerland. That was my last video. It was a vlog of me going to Switzerland to see my ex, right? My ex is like an ex that we still talk, that we trying to figure out, that we love each other, that we still have chemistry. So we figuring us out. Okay, y'all? So once I went on this trip, I knew going into this trip that me and him were not in a relationship, right? Like, we're not in a relationship. We were dating other people. And we were under understanding that, like, this trip is going to be our either make or break us. Like, we're going to go on this trip and it's either going to tell us, are we supposed to be together, or are we not supposed to be together? Like, are we still in love? Is this really what we're supposed to be? Like, are we supposed to be down there wife and husband? Or are we supposed to be like, nah, let's let it go, okay? So that was the whole purpose of the trip, because people like, why you going to see your ex? Why you going to see your ex? Like, because I want to, and... okay, mind your business, okay? Anyways, y'all, but we've been broken up for 2 years, right? We've been broken up for 2 years. We just started, like, communicating on a regular day basis in, like, the last few months. So just so y'all know, there's dating story times, because we were dating other people and we are single, right? And we are now, we haven't put anything set in stone yet. I'm gonna let him set whatever he want to set in stone, and until then, I am gonna live my life, right? So going on this trip, we knew that we were dating other people. We were now trying to see if, like, we knew we love each other a lot. Like, we thought about each other. We knew we compared each other to the new partners that we were seeing or people we were talking to. So we knew deep down inside that, like, we really should be together, but it's like we had to spend this time together because our situation is very, very complicated, because we live in 2 different countries. Not 2 different states, 2 different countries. So this does play a part in the story time, y'all. So just so y'all know. So anyways, so when I got there, we were under the understanding that we're trying to work through stuff. We were going to be very respectful with each other when it came to, like, other people. We were dating other people. If other people were contacting us, we already discussed that this trip was going to be about me and him. Like, my man, I'm his boo, okay? So, but we did not talk about the whole itinerary of our trip. The reason why is because I usually let my man, I'm gonna call him my man in this, because I don't care, because even if he's your man, bitch, slap me for it, okay? Because bitch, I'm ready, bitch, I stay ready, so I gotta get ready. I'm just kidding, y'all. Anyways, y'all, nobody knows who he is. If you know who he is just by even watching the vlog, you know him in real life. And why you watching me? Because literally the only people that know him in real life that's watching me is literally my friends, my close friends, and they already know who he is. But if it's some random person and they know who he is and you watching my video, it's because you're stalking me, and I don't know how you found me. But if that's the case, then you can put two together. But the only way you know who he is if you knew his voice, if you knew his like body type, and if you knew where he lived. That's the only way you will know. Like, or you've been following me for decades, like not decades but for years. Okay, so we didn't have an itinerary because my man, he usually plans everything we're gonna do, because I'm in his country, so he'll think about what food places he wants to take me, what activities he wants us to do. Like, he plans our whole trip, which is so funny because like he's not a planner and I'm usually the planner and I usually like control, but I literally trust him to like, let me back y'all up a little bit. My spine is killing me, y'all, because hold on, my spine is killing me, y'all, because I've been running a lot, running and stuff at the lake, and cut the show, my back is done. So anyways, y'all, so I trust him to do it because it's his country. He knows where everything is. He knows what food's good and all that stuff. So before I got there, all I knew was that we were gonna go out on the weekend. Like, I literally got there on a Thursday and I knew we were gonna go out Friday and Saturday. I knew that for sure. He had already told me that he was gonna get tickets for a show on Saturday, and that's all I knew. So when I actually got there and we started hanging out and everything, Friday we decided, okay, let's go to a bar. So he had a friend that was DJing at this bar, and I was like, okay, good, perfect, because literally the first day I got there, he was like, just so you know, when we go to Afro World, we end up going to Afro World, y'all, when I was in Switzerland. It was on a Saturday. When we were going, he said, just so you know, when we go there on Saturday, my sister and like my sisters and family are going to be there. So like, you know, we can't be doing too much, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, perfect. So I now know that like I'm going to see his family and I'm going to see his friends at Afro World. So I have to be on my best behavior. Okay, y'all? So we had already talked about that once we go to Afro World on Saturday, we're going to just be friends, not me kissing all over him, touching all of him, y'all. Because the thing about me, when I get drunk, I get real touchy, I get real feely, like, especially if like I'm in love. That's the only way I am. It's like if I'm in love, right? And if I hit you up when I'm drunk, just know like I really mess with you. I ain't gonna say I'm in love with you, but like I really mess with you. Like you the top of my list. If I call you and I'm drunk, you're the top of my list. Okay, just know that. So anyways, y'all, so I'm like, okay, I gotta really control myself during that time, because when I drink, I literally do not be having like any boundaries. Like, it's kind of like whatever I feel, sorry y'all, whatever I feel like doing, I'm gonna do. Like, that's how I am. So it's okay, I'm preparing for this. And I told him, I was like, oh man, like, I really wish that I didn't have to like meet your sisters this way. Like, I would have preferred to meet them when I can actually introduce myself and like really get to know them. But like, since this is already in place, because he told me like before I even planned to come, because I literally planned like a month beforehand to come. Like, it was very last minute that he was already gonna go with his friends and his family. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. I don't really want to do it, but I'm gonna do it for you, because it's like, you already got the tickets, you know, we already got this plan, but I know how I am when I'm drinking. So like, I was preparing myself for Saturday. So I was like, okay, we need at least one day where we go out and we can drink, where I can actually be myself and like I can be all over you and all this stuff, because that's just why I am when I'm drunk. When I'm drunk, I'm free. I twerk, I be like if I'm with somebody, like I'm in a relationship or talking to somebody or dating somebody, anything of that nature, I'm gonna be touching them in the club, throwing it on them. This is what I do, okay? And then if I'm single, I'm still going to be in the club talking to guys, dancing. Like, that's just what I do when I go out. So, like, I feel like if your family's around, I got to be really, like, you know, sergeant, like, soldier. Like I can't be doing too much, because we already have our agreement. Like, I can't go dance with random people, like, turking on men and stuff like that. So, like, I can't talk to other people while I'm there. Like, I can't talk on other people while I'm there. Like, I can dance with your friends and stuff, but that's about it. So it's kind of like, this is not my element. Like, when I go out, I'm very free, and when I drink, I am free. Y'all, if y'all seen the vlog from the Switzerland vlog that I just dropped, y'all can see how I am when I drink. When I drink, I say what I want and do what I want. Like, so it's very hard for me if I'm drinking to put me in situations like that. So anyways, y'all, we end up deciding, okay, Friday we're gonna actually just have me and him go to this bar, but his friend was DJing at this bar. Y'all, where he is from in Switzerland is very small. Like, the neighborhood is so small. Like, you, every time he goes out, people see him and know who he is, or he knows somebody or whatever. So it's like he started seeing people's stories and stuff on social media that Friday we were supposed to just be me, him, like vibing at the bar, drinking, having fun, but like it wasn't supposed to be super clubby, but it was supposed to be a little clubby. So I was very excited to be able to spend that time with my little sneaker link, my little stinker-dink. Not my sneaker link, but my little stinker-dink. So anyways, y'all, we decided, okay, we're gonna go here. We start seeing people's stories. He starts seeing like, oh dang, all my friends are there, my cousins are there, whatever. Like, we're gonna run into people here. So like the same thing Saturday we gotta do today, Friday. But once I figured this out, like, okay, dang, so it's gonna be 2 days in a row that I have to be on my best behavior, which is pretty hard for me when I get to drinking. My friends that truly know me, my family that truly knows me, is like, when I am drunk, I am gonna say what comes to my mind. I'm already an outspoken person, but like when I'm drunk, it's straight. Like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. You could be a woman, you could be a man, you could be a grandpa, you can be an auntie. Everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. My daddy come out of me when I get drinking. I'm telling you. So anyways, y'all, I'm like, okay, but at this point I plan to be on my best behavior. I plan to not kiss him in the club. Y'all can see that in the vlog. We actually talked about it in the vlog. I planned on not kissing him in the club. I planned on, like, you know, not being touchy and all types of stuff. But y'all, when I tell you, when I go back and watch some of the videos, I'm gonna put them in here. I know I be saying that, but this time I'm actually gonna put it in there. Like, I was like, girl, like, you were on one. Like, I knew I was drunk, but I didn't know I was that drunk. But there was moments in some videos where I was like this, kind of close to him, and then there was moments where it was like, okay, girl, like, you're not touching. I wasn't touching him, I wasn't kissing him, I wasn't rubbing on him or nothing crazy, but you can just see the sensualness, like, in some of the videos. And like, oh, like, I was working very hard, but I don't know if I was working hard enough. So anyways, y'all, so I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Like, it's not my top, it's not the type, this is not the type of night out I want with my man, because it's like, this is my first time seeing him in like almost 2 years. Like, I really did want our trip to be about us and not like involving so many friends and family members. But it was like, there's nothing I can do. Like, let's just go out and let's, you know, see these people, I guess, because it's literally a small town, and like most of the places that black people go out, he's gonna know somebody there anyways. So anyways, y'all, we literally are getting drunk. We're taking shots and shots and shots. If you go back to the vlog, you'll see we keep taking shots. And I was chasing shots with Bailey's. I don't know what was wrong with me. And then he bought me shots at the bar. Like, the thing about my man, he's gonna be like, oh, do you want a drink? Do you want this? Do you want that? Like, he treat me like a queen. So I'm like, of course, if you offer me a free shot and I'm already drunk, babes, I'm gonna keep taking shots. But I do think, like, I only got one shot and I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't need no more. So anyways, we're in the club and we're just vibing. Everything is like cool. I meet his friends. This is my first time ever meeting his friends. Like, I've met some of his female friends like via, I've met some of his female friends like over FaceTime and stuff like that, but like never in person. So, and I don't like female friends like that. I'm not big into female friends, and that's kind of one of our issues we had before, is that I never dated people with female friends, and I don't like friendly niggas like that. So it's very hard. That's one thing, it's very hard for me to handle or to deal with, to be honest. And I have been learning, like, trying to be more secure about it, trying to be like more open, trying to meet them. So I was like, okay, you know what, this time I'm gonna go out and have a good time, because I am a girl's girl. Like, I'm not a mean girl, okay? Even though this story is gonna make me look like I'm a mean girl, but I'm a girl's girl. Like, when you meet me out, I'm like dancing with the girls. The girls probably think I'm a lesbian because I like the girls be twerking me. I be, y'all, come on now. So anyways, y'all, so we get there, I meet the girls, and I meet his cousin. Like, I meet his friends, the female friends, and then I meet his cousin, that's a female. So I'm like, okay, everybody's cool, you know, we chopping it up. Like, guys, mind you, it was freaking throwback R&B night. I don't even know. So at this point, not only am I drunk, I have to be at my best behavior, and it's R&B night. And I realized in the videos I was having fun because I like R&B, but it was like, this is not giving club. Like, this is giving like karaoke night, and it's giving like I'm drunk and like I can't be all over my man. Like, that's very hard for me. So anyways, y'all, we was in there, we was having a good time. And then I cannot put my exact hand on it, y'all. I cannot exactly put what triggered me into thinking, okay, one of the female friends is just too friendly for me. But first of all, I had to keep going to the bathroom, y'all. So I had to keep going to the bathroom because the thing about me is when I get to drinking, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I had to keep going back to the bathroom, y'all. And I dropped my, I don't know, I kept saying I did it. So I think I really did. I think I dropped my whole phone in the toilet, y'all. I was so drunk, I just like dropped my phone in the toilet. And I took it out real quick and I must have dried it off. And my phone just been working like nothing ever happened. It is the newest phone and it's supposed to be dang near waterproof. So maybe that's why. But baby, I was gone. I dropped my damn phone in the toilet. So after I done dropped my phone in the toilet, I was like, okay, I messed up. I can't do this. I come out, I'm still living my best life, but at this point I stopped dancing with the group and I kind of went and sat down. Y'all, I can't put point A to point Z, okay, or whatever, or Y, whatever. I can't because I was drinking so much that I can only remember like snacks of the night, right? So for me, I do remember like getting triggered by the female friend because I had thought that she drunk out of my man's drink or something like that. Even though my man be sharing his drink with everybody. And I don't like that. I'm not like that either. I don't like sharing drinks with my friends or my family members. Like, I'm sorry, herpes be real, and I don't like putting my mouth on people's stuff. So I think I got triggered by that, and I thought she was drinking out of my man's drink and stuff like that. And I'm sure there was other reasons why I felt like she was friendly, but I knew she was friendly. And if y'all don't know, I'm very intuitive, damn near psychic sometimes. Sometimes I can tell you something gonna happen and it's gonna happen. Like, I'm really good at reading energy and reading people. A lot of people like, oh, how do you know that? You never gonna know how I know that because I don't even know how I know it. I just know it. Just like I met this dude when I was out at brunch and I told him like, oh, he gives me wild vibes. Like, and he's like, what? I'm being very calm right now. What are you talking about? How you think I'm wild? Like, how you know that? I just know. Like, babes, you don't have to act any way you gotta do. I can see through everything, y'all. I'm very intuitive. I'm very analytical, okay? So what happened was I literally was like in my head like, this girl's too friendly, like it's kind of pissing me off. I don't know what about her started pissing me off. I'm sure she did something, but y'all, I was so drunk I'm not gonna lie to see her and lie to y'all. I can't put my finger on it. So I start getting quiet. There's a guy that came and sit beside me because I started talking to a girl that was sitting beside me that wasn't a part of my man's friend group or family group or nothing. Nobody knew her, like, that I knew. So I started talking to her because she was sitting by herself. She was the only female and she looked very bored. Like, she looked like, I don't want to be here. So I was like, hey girl, like, you know, and I think she spoke English or whatever, because you guys, mind you, most of these people speak French. So I'm thinking like, okay, let me talk to her, see if she's cool, whatever. She don't got no friends over here. So I started talking to her. Then that guy come over and I started talking to him like, oh hey, like, how are you doing, da da da, like, do you speak English or something? I don't freaking know, but he was speaking English to me. And then he was like, oh, is that your boyfriend? And he was talking about my man. And so I was like, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend, because he don't know him. So I was like, it's only right for me to respect him, even though we said we come in here as friends, but it's only right for me to respect him and tell him that that's my boyfriend, because I already know what's gonna come next. He's gonna ask me my number or my Snapchat or something, whatever. So I'm like, let me just nip that in the bud. And so I tried to hook them two up together, but to find out they was already friends. So I had, at this point I shut down because the girl, the friendly girl, I'm gonna call her friendly girl. The friendly girl was really irking me. And I can't put my finger on why, but she was. So I started shutting down and I got an attitude. The thing about me, when I get an attitude, I get very quiet. There's only two type of attitudes with me. I get very quiet and I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. I don't want you in my presence. Or it's B, I get very aggressive. Like, I'm going to go off on you. I'm not the type of person to just put my hands on people. Like, I'm not the type of person to put my hands on people first. I'll say that. But I am the type of person to put my hands on people if they put their hands on me. Because I'm the type of person, I do try to either talk to you, talk it out, or make you understand that I'm pissed off in an aggressive talking way, or I will try to talk to you in a well-mannered way to be like, let's make this clear. I don't fuck with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be the first person to just hit somebody for no reason. Like, that's just never been my personality. That's never how I am. I always was taught, like, somebody hit you, hit them back. Okay? I was never taught, like, just hit the bitch for no reason. Like, even if you feel like you have a reason. So anyways, y'all. So at this point, the friendly girl, you know, is irking me, and I'm shutting down. My system is shutting down, and my man is right beside me. And so he's like, come here, come here. Because once I started talking to Guy, he was like, oh, come here, come here, come here. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going on with you? Because I was vibing, bro. The thing about me is I'm very moody. Like, I can come from, like, this high level of energy to this energy, like, really quick. There's always a reason, but people just don't know the reason. So anyways, y'all, at this point, I'm like, oh, I'm just not messing with it. Like, I'm not messing with her. She's just too friendly. Like, the light-skinned girl is too friendly. That's what I literally said. And I ain't post her or nothing on no social medias, no stories. So, nobody gonna know what light-skinned girl I'm talking about. I ain't post her. I didn't post him. Y'all, I might have been drunk than a skunk. I might have been on my ass. But I got videos of all of them. My man and her and his family. I didn't post a single one of them. I wasn't that drunk. I was drunk, but I wasn't stupid. Anyways, y'all, so at the end of the day, so he's like, oh, what's going on? Because, like, you were just fine with her. Like, now you got an issue. Like, what is the problem, practically? So we're going back and forth at the club. It's like, I was like, I don't know. She's just too friendly. She's just too friendly. Like, I really couldn't even tell him why, but I just knew it. And I was right. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was right. So, anyways, when we were in there, we was going back and forth, talking. So we ended up, he was just like, practically like, I knew her, like, before I knew you. When we went back and we talked about it afterwards, he explained to me of saying, like, if I was, like, this is truly my friend, and I known her for a long time, if I was going to be with her, I would be with her. But I'm here with you, type of thing. But when I was drunk, I took it as, like, you knew her longer than me. What the fuck that mean? What does that mean? I don't give a flying fuck. Like, y'all, when I'm drunk, like, just don't even try to reason with me, because it just doesn't work. So anyways, at this point, we just go back and forth in the club. But then we finally get to a settle point. I had no clue how we got to there, but we got there. And then his cousin was like, oh, let's go to this after party. So y'all, we were supposed to go to this after party. And this is when it started to go downhill, because I stopped abiding by his, like, the rules that we set, that practically he set, but I was trying to respect his boundaries. And the reason why, I'm gonna tell y'all, the reason why I try to respect his boundaries is, like, in the past when we were together, I kind of pushed, I'm not gonna say Zach, because, like, this is somebody I'm still talking to, somebody I still love, so I'm doing this story time in a very different way than I usually do a story time. But, like, honestly, like, I had pushed him to tell somebody about what we had in a very important person, and then I end up breaking up with him, and then he had to go tell that important person we weren't together anymore. And then, yeah, so it's like, no, we trying to figure out what we got going on first before we try to keep involving so many people into our relationship. Like, we need to actually make sure we have a relationship, make sure it's solid, and, like, not get family and friends involved. At this point, we are about to head to the after party. So I'm calm, I'm ready to go. It's a time to be had. So my man, he goes up and he talks to his guy cousin. At the time, I'm so drunk, I don't remember if it's his guy cousin or his friend, but I just knew it was somebody that he knew. Also, I was so drunk, I didn't remember that I asked him, what did the guy say? Most likely it's because the guy was speaking in French, and probably looking at me when he was speaking French or something. And so I was just like, oh, what did he say? And so my man, y'all, I'm by the way, y'all, I am saying he's my man, but he's my ex. So let's just, that could be confusion. Okay, confusion, just like me. So anyways, you know, my man is like, telling me that his guy cousin is pretty much saying like, oh, like, I'm into her, like, I want to talk to her, complimenting me, like, he finds me attractive. And so at this point, I get irritated because it's like, I'm tired of playing your games with you. Like, at this point, like, I'm tired of playing these games like I'm really your friend up in this damn club. Like, these niggas, like, your own cousin is being disrespectful to me at this point. I'm thinking that at this time, I didn't know he had already told his cousin, like, hey, no, like, I'm handling this type of thing. I'm thinking you just told me that your cousin want to talk to me and just, like, kind of leaving it as, like, an open question or something. So I'm just like, this is mad weird. Like, I'm here with you and, like, your cousin is trying to talk to me. Like, what type of weird shit is happening in this family? Like, that's what I'm thinking, right? So at this point, like, I literally grab his face and, like, I start kissing him, or I lick his face or something I wasn't supposed to do, y'all, in the club. I wasn't supposed to do this, but I still did it. But I didn't think his friends or his cousin, his female cousin, seen it. But still, this was somebody a part of his family. So anyways, y'all, I didn't think nothing of it because at the time I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna show him that this is my man. Like, don't try to play with my man or me. Like, that's what I thought at the moment. Like, you're trying to play with him and you're trying to play with me. Like, obviously my perception was not 100% there in that situation, because he didn't know that we were more than friends. When he asked him, like, hey, I want to talk to her, like, he actually did find me attractive. He didn't know that I was talking to his cousin. Does that make sense? So anyways, y'all, at this point, I done already kissed my man in the club. So I already broke rule there, rule 1. Then after this happens, we go outside. I'm ready to go to the after party. I'm fine. Like, I'm drunk, but I'm ready to have a good time. Like, I'm in high spirits now. So we get outside. My man is sitting down. He's just on his phone like this, sitting on a chair. And then I'm standing over here. Why? I don't even know why. Like, but we were waiting for, like, his cousin to get the car so we can go to the after party, because we were going to ride with his cousin and his friend, the light-skinned friend. So at this point, my man is just sitting on his phone like this. The light-skinned friend, his light-skinned friend comes out, grabs his face, like, grabs his chin like this, y'all, like this, and kisses him on the cheek. Grabs his face and kisses him on the cheek, and I'm right there. So at this point, I'm like, so, y'all, I'm looking, I can see my man like, I can see his eyes like, oh, fuck no, because Joanna's about to be pissed off. Like, he knows me. He knows that I was not going to fuck with that. But I think he thought that I was going to be quiet because of these rules that we had and because his cousin was there and all this stuff. And I get it. But at that point, it was like, I'm drunk. This bitch is... Ooh, not bitch. I'm sorry. That's his friend. This woman is kissing my man's face. I'm going to react. I am going to be reactive, okay? So at this point, I'm drinking water that my man bought me, and she's like, oh, can I have water or something? But it was like she was almost asking my man, and my man pointed to me like, that's my water, you know what I mean? So then I just don't say nothing, because y'all, I just gotta be quiet. The thing about me is just like, let me be quiet. If I'm mad, just let me be quiet. If something weird happens, I get quiet and I get weird, let me be weird. Because if I start talking, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be pretty. So just let me be quiet. So at this point, I'm quiet. And my man's like, oh, she's asking you for water. And I was like, I know she's asking me for water. So when she came over to my space, I was like, oh, let me talk to you. And I was like, I really don't like the way you just grabbed his face and kissed him on the cheek. Y'all, mind y'all, everybody think we are friends, okay? So the gig is up. By the time I showed his cousin in the club, and then by the time I came out and snapped on his friend, it was like, okay, y'all is not friends. Okay, so at this point, like, I was like, I don't like that you just grabbed his face and you kissing him on the cheek and all that. Like, I don't mess with that. I was like, if I went up to somebody you was talking to and I grabbed his face like this, so I grabbed her face like this to like show her what she did to my nigga, and I just gave him a kiss. Once I like grabbed her face and was about to like kiss her on the cheek to show her like what she did, the girl kisses me like damn halfway on my lips, like she was trying to kiss me. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So now I'm getting more pissed off because not only did you put your lips on my nigga's face, now you put your lips on me. At this point, I'm beyond pissed. And I was like, no, I don't like that. Or then I was like, oh no, I don't like that. And then she was like, oh. And then when I talked to my ex, which is my man, and all in one, when I was talking to him, I literally was like, that was so weird. And he was like, well, it's probably because she doesn't know English that well. Like, she knows English, like she was speaking to me in English, but it takes her longer to understand. And just like if I was speaking another language, somebody was speaking another language, and I knew a little bit of it, it's going to take me a little longer to understand, or I won't be able to understand the whole thing. So, and she was very drunk, like very, very drunk. So, once I was like, oh, no. And I was like, oh, no. Like, why do you kiss me or something like that? And then that's when she was like, oh, no. Like, that's been my friend for some time. That's just my friend. Like, we've just been friends for some time. Like that. And I was like, I don't really care if y'all been friends for some time. I do not like that. Like, I don't like it. And so then that's when my man was like, okay, let's go. Joanna, let's go. So I was like, okay. So y'all, I start following him because now he getting us a taxi to go back home. And guys, in the taxi, I'm crying. Y'all literally crying, like, not like boo, like, but I'm just looking out the window because I don't want to look at him. And then tears is coming down. Yo, this was low-key so dramatic for a kiss on the cheek. But, like, I think people, like, I think it's the difference because I'm going to say this, like, when me and him talk about it the next day, because we got in an argument because of this. Like, we literally got in an argument. Second day this happened, y'all. Second day we got to, like, we were together on this trip. It happened. We got in an argument, and, like, we literally ended up talking about it. And what we discussed was practically of, like, how I dealt with it. Like, how I dealt with it in the moment versus letting him handle it and letting him talk to the friend, like having the problem with him and not the friend, which I agree to a sense. Is like she didn't know that we had anything going on because of course she thought we were friends. Not saying she wouldn't have done that if she knew that we were together or talking. We're not together, like we're not in a relationship, but like even if she knew we were dating or talking, like I don't know if that would have changed her actions at all anyways. But it's just a simple fact that I got mad at her and she didn't know what's going on, and that I should have talked to him and he should have been able to talk to her about it. And I do get that. In the moment I'm drunk, I'm gonna, like, I felt like in the moment I gave him enough time to be able to address the situation before I had to handle it. Once I start getting quiet and acting weird, you should know that something's gonna go down, and just like, oh no, or like even push back. I don't know, like it was fast because she kind of like, he was sitting this way, she came up from this side, like from behind him, and grabbed his face. I think the trigger was when she grabbed his face, because when it's like my nigga, like I grab on his face and like it's kind of like my prize type of thing. If I was just going to give a man a kiss on the cheek, it'd be like, or like that, or it'd be like peck on the cheek like that. But I think like when I don't know her, so this is my perspective of it, and my assumption of it is I think she is just like a flirtatious person, like, and that she is just like a touchy person, right? Because she kissed him on the cheeks and she kissed me on the lips. So I think I don't know her, okay? This is my assumptions, okay? So I don't need nobody to get mad. But I think she would do that with just about anybody. I'm sorry, but that's just how my perception of it is. And that's how I felt there. And that's how I feel now. At that point, I was irritated. I was frustrated. Was it her fault? No, it wasn't her fault because she didn't even know what we had going on. Also, he doesn't have set boundaries for his friends, as you could clearly see. So it's kind of like, I can't blame her. And the only reason I reacted towards her in that moment because I was drunk and I just felt like pissed off. But if I was clearly thinking, I would have been like, okay, she don't even know that we talking, or we, you know. And even if she did, she doesn't know that that's not okay with me if that's something that normally happens. And I do know, like, in Europe, like European countries, you know, people do kiss each other on the cheeks. But I still felt like the way she grabbed his face. I don't know. Still to this day, I do feel like the way she grabbed his face is kind of like, she might not be attracted to him. I don't get that she's attracted to him, but I get that she is like, she's very like, I don't know how to put it on. I don't know how to put it, like she likes him being around. She likes his attention or something. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but I'm still not really rocking with it. And at this point, I'm not really even put too much emphasis on it, anyways, because like I said, we're not in a relationship, and essentially, even during the time that we were, you know, even though we weren't with different people at that time, but we have been dating different people. So it's kind of like, can I really get triggered by a kiss on the cheek? But it's just the fact that like it happened in front of me that I was just like, the fuck? You go disrespect me in front of my face? But she didn't know that, you know. And I also felt like in the moment I couldn't get mad at him either, because it wasn't like he went up and kissed her on the cheek, or he like was touching her in the club or nothing. Like, it was her. She literally just came up to him, did it. Like, what I want him to do, like elbow her or something? Like, no. Like, so that's what's like, I couldn't be mad at him either, so I had to be mad at somebody, and it was her. So honestly, y'all, I was really pissed off. Like, when I get to drinking, I do want to argue. If you take me there, I'm very nice. I'm very friendly, and I make friends when I go out. I make female friends when I go out. I make male friends. I'm very nice to guys. I'm very nice to girls. Even if I don't want to talk to a guy, be like, oh no, thank you, I still very respectful. But if I see that, okay, you're being disrespectful to me, I'm gonna take it to the farthest extent, because like, I'm drinking. I don't care. Like, this is who I am. This is really who I am. But like, if I'm not drinking, I can calm myself down a lot quicker. But if you do something and I'm like, this the second time to let you slide. And honestly, with her, it probably was the built up emotions behind female friends, built up emotions about something that's happened in the past. Like, nothing cheating wise or nothing, but like, just like these women being very friendly. Like, I don't know, y'all. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to female friends. That's a hard thing to deal with. But if you do have female friends, and I think if you're in an actual relationship, which we're not in a relationship, if we are in an actual relationship, there needs to be boundaries around your friends. I don't care if it's a girl or a guy, because let me have a bunch of niggas around me. Like, I think, like, literally, I think my ex will be like, he'll say that, like, oh no, he would be bad, da da da. I'm gonna bet, I could probably bet my life on the line. If I had like 4 niggas around me all the time, and they're straight, okay, they're attractive, they have all the things that I like, and they were kissing, like grabbing my face and kissing on me, or like grabbing on my arms or something, like, and I was posting in and shit, like, he capped. Because even when I come over here and tell a story about something, he got mad about it. So it's like, now imagine seeing men touching me and stuff, and you know what I mean? Like, who, like, bro, I mean, I'm kind of in the middle with it. Like, I should have trusted him to handle it. But I also do feel like I wasn't 100% wrong. I'm not going to be able to say I was wrong. I can't say I was wrong. What I will say I'm wrong for is touching the girl's face, because I was drunk, so I don't know how loud I was talking to her. I don't know if I grabbed her face hard. I don't think I did. So I will say that I should never touch her face. And B, I should never put all of that on her, because she didn't know the situation at all, because we were in there acting like friends and we were lying. Would I do that again? Probably not. I probably wouldn't. I actually would prefer to just not go out at all. But the next day, y'all, we did go out, and we finally got over, because we was mad at each other for like a whole day, y'all. Like, but I really do think that was something we needed to experience. Like, we needed to have that argument. We need to have that experience so we can actually talk about it, see if it's something we can get over or something we can't get over it. You know, if something in the future, if this is going to affect if we try to get together or be in a relationship again, like, how do we handle these type of situations, knowing that I'm not okay with these situations, but he like also has long-term friendships from when he was a kid. So like, how do we manage that if we do decide to move forward? So like, I think that this is very something that was meant to happen. Everything happens for a reason. But the next day I went out with his sister and her friend and had no problems. No problems. We had a great time. I was able to walk around with just them. I was able to like go get drinks with them. We were able to mingle, talk to people. Like, it was just no bad energy, no weird energy, no nothing. And like I said, I'm an energy reader. People that believe in it, they believe in it, and I just know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm capable of. I know it, and I know that I can meet somebody and I can tell you a lot about them, like with just talking to them once. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you right now, and I don't have to explain myself on why I feel like somebody's some certain type of way, but I just know. And it's not even me trying to be judgmental. It's not always a negative thing, but it's just like, oh, I know when I'm gonna have a problem, when I'm not gonna have a problem. And I ended up having a problem. And I knew it. Beforehand, I knew. I was like, bruh, she's too friendly. I didn't put my exact hands on it, but who is the only person that came out and did that to him? Even in the club, nobody did nothing like that to him. So it's like, why out of all people was her? And I said that before that happened, you know. But I have no hate towards her or nothing like that. Like, I'm not even mad at her, because like I said, it's like she didn't know we were living a lie. Because it's like, yes, we're not together. Yes, we're not together, but we're talking. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking, and then we can decide, are we going to be together or are we not going to be together? But friends is kind of leading people to think just like, oh, like you have female friends. So friends is giving them like, okay, like she's just one of us. But when I come and be like, oh, hell no, I don't like that, they like, who the fuck is this bitch? But they should have thought like, who the fuck is this bitch when I was speaking English? Like, ain't no damn way. Like, he got English speaking friends, but they have like UK accents. Like, I am a straight American woman. Like, you think I'm really his friend? And I ain't out here mingling with other men out here? Come on now. Do you see me? Do you see me? You think I'm gonna be in the club not talking to niggas if I'm not with a nigga? Come on now. I think they know. I think they knew. And then after that, y'all, the reason why he got really mad at me is because rumors started getting spread. Because his cousins were there, obviously. So his family was finding this out. I'm not going to say the specific family members, but family members were finding out about me and asking questions about me. Like, is this really your friend, or is this like a girl you talking to? Because why she come at her like that? But me, honestly, I really thought I was respectful because I didn't curse her out in the moment. I didn't say, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Like, y'all, I'm very, like, I'm a preppy girl. Okay? Some people think I act white, but I don't. I'm very urban. I'm a very urban suburban. Okay, bitch? So, and my family is very hood. So, it's like, some things I just don't do well with. You know, certain things, like, I don't, like I said, my first instinct is not always to hit people, because that's just not how I am. But just know that I am capable of it. If someone puts their hands on me, then that's how I handle things. Like, I'm going to stand on my words. I'm not afraid of anybody. Y'all, I literally would cuss a man out. I would get in a man's face. I know it's not smart. I could get knocked out. But I'm not scared of anybody. Y'all, I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not scared of anything. Okay? So, that's kind of how I am. And I just prefer people just to let me just be in my space and be at peace, because I'm a very peaceful person. I am very nice. I'm so nice. But like, people just don't understand, like, as a Pisces, I'm a Pisces, like, we have different layers to us. Like, we can be very calm, very sweet, caring, and then we can be like straight fucking assholes. Like, we really can. So it's like, but we don't like to be that way. We just match energies. So if like your energy is weird with us, we're gonna get weird with you. That's just how it is. But I have no problems with her. Like, I'm sure if like me and my ex decided to get back together, I would probably obviously see her again, and we'll talk to her, and I would apologize actually, because she didn't deserve it, because she didn't know what was going on. And then by then she would know my boundaries of like, just keep, I just prefer people keeping their hands off of him. Like, is that kind of crazy? Let me know in the comments. Like, a hug when you see a friend, cool, but like grabbing a man's face and kissing him on the cheek is crazy. Okay, that's why I do zoos I like. Okay, like, I don't know. And I guess y'all gotta let me know in the comments, because I never really had, I had one male best friend, and like we just talked on the phone all the time. Like, we hung out a couple times because we used to work together. So we organically met each other at work. And yes, he was a straight man. Yes, I was a straight woman. Yes, he was attractive. We weren't attracted to each other, but he was an attractive man. And we could talk about our relationships. We could hang out, but as a group, like, it was never like me and him just hanging out. So I don't really know, because I've never had that. I never had a man want to be my friend. I'm just being honest. Even when I was a bigger girl, no man wanted to be my friend. Like, a man wanted to fuck. Okay, a man wanted to be these chicks. A man don't want to be friends with me. I don't know no man that want to be friends with me. Ain't no man want to be friends with me. Unless it's an organic thing, like we met at work or something. Or, yeah. It gotta be like we met at work. Or, yeah. Even if I'm not a man's type, I've been told, like, oh yeah, he usually don't like this type. He finds me attractive. So, men don't like to be friends with me. So I guess I don't understand. Let me know in the comments, y'all. But that's what happened. We ended up getting over it and moving on. And it got bad that night. I ain't gonna lie, because I got on the phone and I started chatting. When I'm drunk, I'm like, this bitch, she da-da-da-da. Like, I swear, like, I was being so nice, because it could have ended a different way. Da-da-da-da. Ooh, y'all, when I get drunk, it's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. Even my cousin was like, yeah, it gets bad. It gets bad, because I get real hood. But yeah, y'all, so that's kind of the little update with that. Anyways, make sure you put something in the comments to push your girl up in the algorithm. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.